There is a fly in my room and I don't know where he came from, but he is doing my head in. I can't kill him. Look, there he is. Did you see him? He's right there. And I won't kill him, but... oh my god. So annoying. So frustrating. So anyway, that little anger out of the way. Hello. Hello, guys. Fucking fly. I don't kill anything. I don't kill anything. I might politely shove him somewhere though. Can you catch a fly? I should just do a 10-minute video of me trying to catch this sodding fly. Bleh. So hello guys. Good morning guys. Firstly, Mooney, you can say my name as many times as you like. You can just do a 10-minute YouTube video loop of you saying my name, because the way you pronounce it is really, really exotic and I just love hearing it. It's so strange. I can't even pronounce it the way you do. It's like Solana or something. It's really, really cool and I just love it so much. Obviously, I'm used to being called just Sal, but hearing Solana is really awesome and fun. So you can do that. That's cool. Sarah, I loved your video. It didn't go with the theme of the week's videos of apps and iPhone games, but it was really interesting sort of talking about or thinking about spoilers. I generally manage to stay very blissfully ignorant and unaware when it comes to spoilers, and as if I'm actually setting out to find them, I haven't mistakenly spoilt myself for anything that I really know of. The only thing that actually did happen quite recently was I'd read the first Hunger Game books and I managed to spoil myself on the second one. I wasn't sure which one the second or third one was, so I was looking at the back of these two books, Catching Fire and Mockingjay, and I picked up the back of Mockingjay and it had the blurb. Instead of just saying, this is the third book, it said, oh well, you've already encountered this and this and this happened, and I'm like, I didn't know that. No, I guess that happened in the previous book, and it's a massive spoiler. And had I read it through in the second book first, that would have, it's one of those big moments that would make you go, so I was really, really annoyed that was ruined for me, and I knew what I was going into the second book. I knew what to expect, so that was annoying. Speaking of Hunger Games, it's really, really good. If you haven't started reading it yet, please do. It's so good. I'm just about to start the third book, and I think the end of the second book was pretty rushed. It was amazing until this last point, and then it just stopped, basically. And I know she was obviously preparing us for the third book, but I would have been very, very frustrated had I read it when it first came out and I had to wait however long for the third book to come. So that was the only downer, but otherwise I think it's a really good series, and it's the first time since pretty much Harry Potter I've been this invested in a book and a series, so I'm looking forward to the last book, but I'm also quite sad that there isn't more after that, I guess. I also was talking to Laura earlier today on the phone, and I was discussing how weird it is that Katniss is so unlikable in so many ways. She's such a miserable cow, and yet you really, really are interested and invested in her well-being. You're really interested in what she does. You don't mind reading what she's thinking. She's not like Bella Swan, where everything's a bit dull and a bit crap. She kicks ass and she's awesome, but she is a miserable, miserable cow, and I kind of want to slap her sometimes, but it's all really, really good. So if you haven't started reading Hunger Games, and I know I'm pretty late on the ball with this one, do it. Anyway, point is, Hunger Games is good, and that's totally a tangent to what I was talking about, which was spoilers. Spoilers are, yeah, I hate the idea of being spoiled. I hate the stories you hear of people deliberately, like the queue outside the midnight launch of the Harry Potter book in which Snape dies, and people were like shouting out the car like what page Snape died on and the fact that he died at all, and people were genuinely crying, and I think it's so sad that anyone would take enjoyment out of ruining someone's experience on something. It's sad that they don't understand. Yeah, it's just a book and such, but I think it's really sad that they don't understand that, yeah, people do get invested in these things. They get emotionally invested in these stories and these characters and these ideas, and to have something that's been built up ruined just out of some sort of creepy satisfaction, I think is really, really sad. I used to read a lot of the Doctor Who spoilers for the new series when filming locations and things like that. I haven't done that with the new series. I'm not as involved with the Matt Smith stuff as I was David Tennant. I didn't really consider it that spoilery though. But, I mean, one example of why I'm so glad that I don't spoil myself on these things is that episode, the first episode of the series with Donna and such in, I think. The one with the adipose, and you see Rose, and she just appears, and I'm sure had I gone into into depth looking into this stuff, I would have maybe heard about it. But the fact that I was watching this episode completely oblivious, absolutely had no idea, and suddenly it shows Rose, and as you know, I'm a huge 10 Rose shipper and all this. It blew me away. I was literally sat shaking because I was so just at the whole thing, which sounds so pathetic, and I don't care, man. It was really, really good. So no, yeah, my basic opinion is that spoilers are stupid, and you're a stupid person if you want to find them out. I did used to read the last page of books when I was younger, mainly to... I don't really know. I wanted books that ended on profound notes, and I remember one of my earliest memories is flicking through a Redwall book and reading one of the characters dying and reading his last words, and I think that sort of got me into the whole reading the last page thing. I don't really do it anymore because that would be really, really stupid. But yeah, I think that you're a silly person if you spoil people. I did accidentally spoil Sarah for Harry Potter. Back before I cared about Harry Potter at all, and I actively actually disliked it. I didn't know who Hagrid was, I didn't know who Dumbledore were, they were literally just names, and I had heard Dumbledore dies, and I meant nothing to me. And I just randomly said to Sarah, oh lol, Dumbledore dies, and she was really, really angry at me and told me that she hopes to God it's not true, and of course it was. So I'm glad you forgave me for that, Sarah. You probably forgot all about it, and it's haunted me forever. Such is my hatred of spoiling things. Spoiling things, that's the worst word. I don't really know what else to talk about. I didn't really have a theme for this week. I just thought I would chat and waffle on about the Olympics and stuff, and I haven't talked about the Olympics. How dumb. I was going to talk about the Olympics at the start, and then I went on about telling Mooney that she'd say my name all the time, and then I went on about spoilers, and the Olympics were good. They were a thing that happened. It was actually really interesting, and I actually really, really enjoyed it. I wasn't sure if I would get into the whole athletic side of things, and I haven't really. I watched a bit of swimming and felt entirely too lazy, so I turned it over to Jeremy Kyle. But I really, really enjoyed the opening ceremony. I was not sure what we would do. I think we missed a few tricks. I think we missed a few things that I consider extremely iconic. Doctor Who. And yes, I know we heard the TARDIS noise and the whole internet freaked out about it, but the fact is, we kind of deserve more than a TARDIS noise, I think. British Doctor Who is like the BBC. The BBC was completely overlooked too, somewhat, I think, considering how bloomin' proud we are of it, and it would have stuck one up to the NBC drama that's been going on lately. If you haven't heard, NBC are completely ballsing up the American broadcast of the Olympics. They're doing everything on a tape delay to play it in prime time. They cut out the 7/7 tribute to put an interview in with Michael Phelps. They've done all this stuff which is really, really stupid. Like, apparently the presenters were completely uninformed and ignorant sounding and all these really bad things. So I think that's a shame. So if you are American and you're into the Olympics at all, try and watch it on some live stream or something. There must be some out there. I think it's really unfortunate that yours is the only country that's decided to do this. Apparently one of the reasons they tape delayed it is to sort of explain things, to add context, because apparently they think the American population doesn't understand things like the Industrial Revolution or British music. I don't even know. But aside from all that, it was really, really good. And the whole British rolling countryside, and you know, I felt this like little lump going on there, and I'm not into the countryside at all, even though I was born and raised here. I'm sort of an urban girl in spirit. And just seeing that and seeing how the one thing they chose to represent the beginning of England and Great Britain, I guess, is image and identity is the rolling great British English countryside and all this stuff, and maypole dancing and all this twee stuff. Apparently we're stuck forever in Charles Dickens land, but you know, it's quite good, and the whole thing was really dramatic. They showed the spawning of the Industrial Revolution, and it was really, really good. So if you can try and watch that, it'll be amazing. Plus there was a giant Voldemort, and he was only bested by Mary Poppins. Many Mary Poppins is Mary's Poppins. Mary, I don't know what the plural of Mary's Poppins is. Mary's Poppin. That's it now. Mary's Poppin. Hobgoblin break. I'm classy. Mooney's going to start doing dice roll challenges. I don't really know what that is. It kind of terrifies me, but I think it's going to be really good fun, and it'll give us things to talk about and do, and I'll probably end up with peanut butter on my face or something, but hey, that's all good. I was trying to think of what I've been up to lately. Today I've been drawing all day and doing PonyCon press release stuff and random work, and it's been very slow. It's been one of those days where I've been trying to get art done and I just haven't succeeded really, but I haven't played any video games. I am waiting until the evening to play video games. I haven't even done this until like 5 o'clock because I wanted to sort of get some art done, and I've done a commission and I've sketched a poster, And now I kind of hate art, so while I'm in that hating art frame of mind, I thought I would talk to the camera about how much I hate art instead, apparently. So that's good. So anyway, I don't really have anything else to say. I haven't been up to much. My life's been quite boring lately. I haven't done much. I'm wearing an awesome Balloonicorn t-shirt, which I think's fab. It snuck in. I made an order at the Valve store to buy some things that weren't for me, they were gifts. But every time I do that, there's this really weird thing at the Valve store, and it's just this weird bug. I don't know what happens, but every time I order gifts for friends, like, t-shirts slip into the package that are always my size, and they're always one of the t-shirts I've quite like the look of. And I don't know, but the last couple of times, it's just this weird bug, and I don't know why it happens. But every time I do a selfless order of presents and gifts only from the Valve store, I will randomly get, just slipped into the package, a t-shirt that fits me, and I don't understand how that happens, but since it does, I don't know what to say. I just have all these t-shirts now that I didn't buy. Honest. I'm gonna go, and I'm going to capture the fly and send him away. He just... Okay, I'm leaving, and I'm going to bake a raptor on Skyrim and kill the fly. Not kill the fly. Killing flies is bad. Killing anything is bad. Fish are friends, not food. Ciao!